quarterback in the league. He's always had a great arm, good delivery.
Well, he's already thrown for 14,000 yards in his career, so you know he can throw the football. But you have to give credit to the Eagle defense right now. They're not giving him the guy he wants to throw to.
And, of course, his counterpart on the other side, the 35-year-old gentleman that loves to live in the Philadelphia area, owns golf courses, restaurants, etc., etc., etc.
Over there at the Eagle's Nest. I've been over there. Pretty good grub. Pretty good grub.
This golf course is too tough for me. 8 of 17 for Ron in the first half, 80 yards, very much under control. Didn't seem to have many. He's had a little trouble throwing with that nerve in his, from an elbow injury he got against the Giants.
I had breakfast with him this morning. In fact, we both did, Tom, remember that? I can remember when he was a little bit younger, when he couldn't eat breakfast the morning before a ball game. He'd be so uptight and so nervous and so ready to compete.
He was pretty calm this morning. We threw a couple of waffles down him. He looked like he was all right.
Oh, yeah.
Young Lee, the UCLA protege, that's one of the great college kickers of all time. He's just had an awful time getting into the beat of NFL teams. He said they boo you here if you miss. In college, I guess the pom-pom girls didn't give you any trouble.
They really take it serious in pro football, don't they?
Very serious. Byers back and Crawford back. And here's the kickoff to start this second half. The lights are on. It's a very cloudy, cool day in St. Louis. Byers at the 9-yard line. Spinning run as the Cardinals inhale him about the 24-yard line.
Is that the first kickoff return Byers has had? I don't remember him returning one. He had one other one, huh?
He had a... That's the first kickoff return. I believe you're right. Jaworski now trying to get some life in there. The one big mistake the Eagles made in that second quarter was not taking advantage of the block punt and getting anything. They missed the field goal, and they didn't get a touchdown. It's almost like they thought it was owed to them. The misdirection handoff, and it's Byers coming off the left tackle spot out over the 30 for a gain of 5 yards or so. Rushing yardage, 34 for the Eagles, 47 for Cardinals. 59 passing to 32, pretty close there.
This is not what you would call an offensive battle. You know, games like this many times really open up in the second half, and all of a sudden it's 200 yards apiece.
Second down and 4. Jaworski spinning, throwing a sort of a low slider that Quick caught on the ground just over the 40-yard line for a first down, and that was really some catch.
If the Eagles are going to score points, they've got to get the ball in guys like this hands. You know, so many times people think it's just the design of offense that you win with. Really, you win offensively when you get the ball in the guys that can make big plays hands. Mike Quick is one of the big play guys. I mean, you know, he comes into the ball game with 239 career catches, averaging over almost 18 yards a catch, 39 touchdown reception in his career, a touchdown every 7th reception or 6th reception. Get the ball in his hands.
The Pro Bowler, and he wants to go back to Hawaii. First down and 10. The draw play. This is Crawford. Crawford is tackled at the 41-yard line. A good tackle by Noga. Crawford was trying to get it underway for a big gainer.
Big Noga, born in America, Samoa, one of 9 children. Look at that guy. How'd you like to run into him on a dark street one night? He'd give you one grunt and deck you. Good guy, though. Very soft-spoken young man. Played at the University of Hawaii. Started all 4 years. Made all conference as a freshman.
Quite a person and a good hitter. And that's what Gene Stallings desires and demands. Second down and 9. A gain of 1 by Crawford. Haddock's in motion. Spread out to the right by Jaworski. Overthrowing Haddock's by a lot. And Jaworski that time labored a little bit, sprinting out.
Well, I'll tell you, a linebacker got up in his face there. It got blocked, but I think it really forced him to throw the ball higher than he wanted to. There wasn't a clear throwing lane. Buddy Ryan just depending upon his defense to keep St. Louis shut down, and
Not so sure that you can do that. Cunningham is in now. The third down, lethal quarterback. Boy, can he run.
He's starting to like this situation much more than he did originally.
Well, the other teams don't like it because he drives them crazy on containment. Third down. Now he's going to run with it. Now he's going to push down Cunningham at the 43-yard line of St. Louis. Barely tripped up by Washington.
I really think he goes back there hoping he can run. Here he goes, number 12, middle of your screen, Cunningham, straight drop back pass, good protection in front of him. Lineman's doing a good job. Ron Baker, 63, 62. Nick Hayden, Leonard Mitchell doing a great job. He gets outside there, no one to throw to downfield. Now he's a running back, Tom. Good fluid movement, good speed. First down.
A 17-yard bolt by a quarterback. It's first down. Jaworski back in there on play action. Throws a pass intended for Kenny Jackson, a little bit underthrown behind him. And then Washington broke it up.
This Bob Crosby, number 79, has given Leonard Mitchell all he can handle. He forced Ron to throw that ball a little bit hurriedly and therefore behind him. Bob Crosby.
He's sort of a big, lanky guy, and perhaps the quickness gives Leonard more trouble than people that try to just run over the top of him.
He's a Notre Dame graduate. His dad was the captain of the 53 Harvard football team.
Second down and 10. Jaworski is 9 of 20 for 89 yards. 189, you heard the call. Spagnola has the catch to the 32-yard line of St. Louis. Monaco, the linebacker, getting it there, and Jaworski is doing a lot of play calling at the line of scrimmage.
I think he is. And you know, Spagnola, for a big guy, is really effective in catching the short pass, then turning around and being a ball carrier. He runs real well. He has good balance. He doesn't have the great speed, but he has good speed. But what he really has is fine balance. You can't knock him off his feet.
Buddy Ryan didn't trust him completely because he'd gone to Yale, and secondly, he had other outside business interests.
So you're right. He's worked for the First Boston Corporation, you know, for the last 3 years. This last year in Philadelphia.
Third and about a yard. That's Spagnola going by the hole. It's a toss. Back to Totalatossi, and I don't believe he got it. Good defensive play by Monaco. Totalatossi trying to get the first down. I don't believe he got it.
Leonard Smith, number 45, did a heck of a job, too. See him standing to the right side of your screen? He attacks. The ball is tossed deep. Now, 45 Smith will attack. Haddix right there. Forces the play right there. Does a good job, then rallies and gets some help from Monaco. And down he goes, and here comes David Galloway, 65, and everybody else. Good job of defense by 45. You know, we've called his name a number of times today.
He's a big tackler. He had a good game against Dallas a week ago.
They're going for it here, huh?
Crawford's going out. The Eagles will try on 4th and long. Now, a couple of times against San Diego, they brought in Kavanaugh on 4th and real short to get the quarterback sneak for a first down.
Well, that was because of Jaworski's elbow, I think, Tom.
Just to protect him, huh?
Yeah, they didn't want him piling in there like this.
Philadelphia is 1 of 5 on 4th down attempts this year. It's the in-between distance. If you punt it in the end zone, it comes out to the 20 anyway.
You only gain 14 yards. I think it's a good shot to go for it.
You know, Buddy Ryan will take chances, won't he? If it's calculated.
He likes to gamble. He says, I come to win, not play close or prevent from losing. I come to win.
Would you buy a horse from this man? He's...
I'll tell you this, it'd be a tough horse.
That's right.
You wouldn't want to buy the beef from him because you wouldn't be able to chew it.
All right, 4th and 1. And the Eagles are going for it. The remaining back is Haddix, who doesn't get it. Jaworski's going to scramble for the first down, and he just does get it. You can hear the shoulder pad contact up here.
That was a pass all the way that turned into a run. You'll see Ron fake the ball toss to his left. Now watch him fake to the left. See him fake it over there. Now he's going to sprint out. He's looking for Spagnola. He's tied up on the line of scrimmage, and he says, oh, my gosh, here comes Crosby, 79. I'm now a runner. He says, that's not in my contract, is it? Boom, first down.
You knew who it was. Leonard Smith again, number 45.
Look, let's see, buddy. What does he say? I knew it was going to be first down all the way.
It was a lock.
It's a lock.
Now Bob Frederick calls them back and restarts the clock. Jaworski with a scramble, with Big Crosby looking right down inside his shoulder pads from behind. First and 10. A 7-0 first quarter lead has gone through into this third period.
It's about time to go deep to Quick one of these plays here.
Ready drop back. The blitz is on. It's handled. Jaworski going for
pass interference.
They're going to not call it. Quick was pointing as
Maybe
Lionel Washington made some contact with 82.
I think some receivers made a mistake on that. Probably the man in the slot, who was Kenny Jackson, because he had 2 receivers in the same spot on the field, Tom. It's hard to throw the ball deep there. You draw a crowd with 2 defenders.
Should somebody have been running an inside pattern off that?
I really don't know. I wasn't in the huddle.
Gosh darn it, I thought you knew that.
Let's take a look at that on an isolated replay. Here's Kenny Jackson. You can see being followed by Lionel Washington, 48. Now Mike Quick working his way inside. There was definitely contact there.
And you know, it was Jackson's man Washington that actually broke up the play. You're right.
It was. You draw a crowd when you get 2 people close together.
Second down and 10 facing Jaworski. Just short of the 30-yard line of St. Louis. The blitz is on by the linebackers, and it gets Ron this time. Bubba Baker, number 60.
Got it. Joe Conwell, number 79, having a tough time to the left side of your screen. Second man in, sees on Bubba Baker, 79. Comes underneath him right there. See, now he's going to appear right to the left side of your screen. Boom, he's on Jaworski. Gets him down. Actually, if Ron would have been able to throw the ball in rhythm, he wouldn't have gotten there.
The 3rd sack for the Cardinals today. This one registered by Bubba Baker. And when he gets it tuned in, he can put a pass rush on.
You just can't allow him to get hot. If he gets hot, he gets going.
Randall Cunningham is in on 3rd down and 17. He wants to run with it. Now he wants to throw. He's tackled. The 4th sack, and it's back on the 44-yard line. Noga.
Boy, I tell you, those sacks kill you. You know, right now the computer tells me that a sack computes to be worth 3 points.
The computer tells you, it just speaks out to you in the middle of the night, doesn't it?
Sir, a sack is worth... No, don't give me that stuff. What I'm saying is it's such a negative play to the offense that it computes to be worth 3 points, not just 3 yards, okay? In the winning margin.
You've got to get some yourself to offset it, I suppose.
If you get 2 sacks and I don't get any, you got 6 points.
Telchik will be kicking, and Sikahima, the most dangerous Samoan of the moment on the field. Telchik waits for the coverage to get down there. It's going to go in the end zone. Advantage St. Louis. A good defensive stand by the Cardinals here in the 3rd period. But it's 7-0 Philadelphia. The sun almost came out when Noga just tackled Cunningham. Now a roar has come up from the crowd here because young Cliff Stout is going to be the quarterback of the moment. He's out of Youngstown State, just like that's where Jaworski came from.
And he's no stranger to the National Football League, Tom. He started 30 games in his career in the National Football League. Actually led the Pittsburgh Steelers to a 10-6 division win one year. The USFL, he was outstanding. 2nd quarterback behind Kelly. NFL, he's had the trouble with the interception, throwing twice as many interceptions as touchdowns. 14 to 28.
As a Cardinal this year, he's 3 of 6 for 26 yards. And no touchdowns. The toss back to Stump Mitchell. Mitchell breaks 1 tackle. Gets out over the 20 to the 22-yard line. Singletary making sure there. Singletary's a very interesting young story. Here's Neil Lomax on the sidelines. And the quarterback's ego has to be able to accept this.
It has to be able to accept it, but I'll tell you, it doesn't do it any. It doesn't help him fight through the problem he's having. And I'll tell you something else. The quarterback takes the blame. You know, he takes the blame. Sometimes it isn't all his fault.
Sometimes he gets too much credit when they win, and
that's right.
Too much credit when they lose. 2nd down and 9. Stout almost fumbling the snap. Is being chased and tackled from behind. Another sack for Reggie White.
Mr. White. Now I wonder which quarterback they go to now, Tom. See what I mean? You can keep blaming some guy, but what do you do now? Here's Mr. Pass Rusher himself, run defender, the best defensive lineman in football, I think. Number 92, appearing from the left side of your screen. Direct your attention there. Here he comes, number 92. He beat Lance Smith, 61, inside, sack. Now, I don't care how good you are. You don't throw very well with those kind of people coming after you, and they don't like you.
And Buddy Ryan moves Reggie around. Defensive end, then he becomes a nose tackle sometimes on that 46. Third down and 13. Stroud is in the Cardinal shotgun. Oh, grabs the snap with one hand, and now is being chased by Kenny Clark. Intercepted by Roynell Young at the 44-yard line of St. Louis. Intended for J.T. Smith.
This is Roynell Young's third interception on the year. You'll see Stout back there. He gets the shotgun snap. He sits there calmly. Now Kenny Clark, 71, flushes him, and he's chasing him now. He throws it on the run, lays it up softly. Here comes Roynell Young to pick it off. Boom, short throw, good interception, Roynell.
First turnover, and the reason you don't call Roynell Young's name out very often is because nobody's working his territory this year. He is absolutely playing superior left corner.
It's the best I have ever seen him play, and I have seen him play well enough to get into the Pro Bowl, but right now he is playing better, a better level of confidence, and plus the 46 style of defense coached by Buddy Ryan and his staff is more to the liking of a Roynell Young. He is in a lot of man-to-man physical coverage, and that's what he does best.
I saw his tapes of the Dallas game, and I thought he played Tony Hill and those people as well as anybody I've ever seen on a man-to-man basis. A big turnover, the Eagles at the 44-yard line, 1st and 10. Jaworski handing off to Keith Byers.
Now, they can blame the running back for that, Tom, but there's no place to run right now. That guy, I mean, they can say, hey, he's not running well, he's tiptoeing, he's favoring his foot. Baloney. No one was blocked. I don't know, it's not that complicated.
And the offensive line for the Eagles is very inexperienced. Conwell and Reeves, when they were in there, Hayden is in his first season of really being in there for a long time. Darwin's a rookie at center.
Jerry Ferry was the starting center. He's injured, so you're now playing with a backup rookie at starting center. Kenny Reeves is not playing in there right now. You have Hayden in there and Conwell. You have the left side of an offensive line that is just not ready to be a starting left side, that's all.
Injury on the field. Omohundro's out there looking, the trainer for St. Louis. Anthony Bell, the #1 draft out of Michigan State, is shaken up a little bit. He had a heck of a time signing and getting into training camp. That's probably the reason he hasn't been more of a factor for the Cardinals.
Contract problems have become more of a problem in the National Football League than they have ever been. I think it's going to taper off now with the USFL gone, and there's only one place for him to go, and I think you'll see more players signing a contract with the attitude, thank you for the opportunity.
You know, we had Jack Buck, our old friend here, who's a legend in his own right. That's Carol, his beautiful wife on the left there. And Jack came over. He said, this is like stealing. I said, what do you mean? He says, my day off. You and I are going to do that next week. We're going to go down to the Giants-Eagles game and act like normal fans.
That'd be the day.
Jack Buck, one of our great CBS commentators and a good friend of ours. 2nd down and 8. Jaworski has got to get some points. They've been down there the last 2 times and have come up empty. Jaworski being chased out of the pocket, and he runs to the 35.5-yard line. Noga wouldn't let him get down.
They ought to use some sprint out passes to the right away from the left side of the line because the protection broke down again. You'll see Jaworski in the middle of your screen. Talatasi, 37, going in motion. Ron starts back. He feels the heat coming there. 52, Charlie Baker. Charlie 2. Yeah, I'm all right. Jaworski, now watch him get down there. Oh, safe. Almost first down.
Bill Friel just handed me something here. That was Roynell Young's 17th career interception. He's almost caught my record. It took me two. That's right. He broke my record in 1 game. 3rd down and about a yard. Good scramble by the Eagle quarterback. The older one. Fumble there by. He recovered his own fumble. The ball for just a moment. I believe it was Crawford that took the handoff, and I thought I saw the ball almost come up out of that pile.
It almost did come out of the pile. Here's another guy who's going to come out of the pile here pretty quick if they don't start moving the ball.
Last time on 4th down, they went for it.
I think he'll go for it again here. No?
Boy, let's see what's happening here. I believe they're going for it.
No, the punter's coming.
No, Jaworski's leaving.
See, you'd lose 5, 10, 15, 16 yards if you kick it into the end zone.
Well, this is a long yard, too. This might be almost 2 yards. Telchik is in the game.
I guess he's figuring if I can't make one on 3rd and 1, I can't do it at 4th and 2.
Sikahema shouldn't have much of a chance to handle this. Telchik is eyeing the corner or kicking a poocher. The snap inside. First down by Haddix to the 32-yard line. Michael Haddix loaded it up that time and took it straight in.
I know that. Here's Michael Haddix, number 26, on a fake punt. See him lying to the right side of the hash mark, right to the right side of the punt, number 26. It snapped right to him, a direct snap. He drops the snap. Oh, my gosh. Hey, they ought to put this play in on 1st down. That's been a good gainer for him here.
It looked like his pulling blocker was Crawford. The other running back went out and got the defensive end.
Here's another shot. Snapped it to the fullback. He almost dropped it because it was a low snap, but he got his 1st down.
The gambling team of Buddy Ryans. Good call. Myers hit, and it's fumbled, and Crawford comes out with it.
That's the option play again.
Looks like that was popped out of his hand. Do you think he lateraled that one?
Yeah, that's that option. All right, Byers to the left side of your screen, number 42, is going to take the ball. Now follow him as he goes in relationship to 45. He takes on the defender, then he flips it out there a little bit late, and Crawford reaches back nicely, and Dennis Thurman, 32, comes up and makes the tackle.
2nd down, and call it 7, but it's a short 7. Exciting play. Wow.
Don Coryell, the San Diego Chargers, is the guy that introduced that play to the National Football League.
Wait till a cornerback takes it the other way for 70 yards. They'll stop doing that.
You old pro guys are all alike.
Haddix goes inside on the trap play. Byers with a good hold, breaks one tackle, and gets to the 20. Thurman and Lionel Washington making the stop.
Myers gets a nice little gain here. Now you'll see the motion man, number 26, Haddix, go in and block. You see Nick Hayden, 62, coming around. Conwell Nubbin gets a kick-out block. He goes up in the hole, starts, now he's starting to look like a running back. That's why they drafted him number 1, right there. Good tackle by Dennis Thurman, number 32.
You told me he's the kind of back you can give it to 30 or 40 times maybe as soon as he gets himself together, huh?
I think that's what you have to do with him.
1st and 10. Byers has 23 yards on 5 carries. The quick draw. Byers breaks another tackle. Gets to the 15-yard line.
To get his motor running. See, you get going, you get in the rhythm of the game, you get your motor running. I can remember Wilbert Montgomery. The more you give him the ball, the better he got.
The more he wanted it, huh?
Yeah. And, a lot of guys, in the 190-pound stature weren't that way, but Wilbert, you'd give it to him, he'd get a little fired up, a little excited, he'd just keep going and going, and pretty quick, boom, a good run. I think this guy is bigger and can do that same thing.
And he'll pick up the blocking. He had trouble blocking Lawrence Taylor, but who in the heck doesn't? 2nd down and 5. Jaworski calling, giving to Michael Haddix.
Michael Haddix having his best. He better have a good year. He has a 314-acre farm with 85 head of cattle, and the cattle business is not very good, as you know, huh, Tom?
Price of beef is tough. Tough. Got to play well.
You got to play well, you bet.
3rd down and 3. Haddix, the number 1 draft, is beginning to really live up to expectations now for the Eagles. The seconds left in this 3rd quarter. Play action, Jaworski going outside and overthrows everybody. Little and Quick both in the same area.
Jaworski staying in the ball game to be the holder. Tom, do you know why people use quarterbacks as holders more than other positions?
Why?
Oh, thank you. I didn't think you'd ever ask. Really, number one, they're used to holding the ball all the time. Taking snap and handling the ball. And number two, if it's a bad snap or broken play, they can get up and go into a secondary offensive play, like the option pass downfield with the scramble situation, whereas a running back couldn't do that.
It's a 31-yard attempt by McFadden. He missed his first one. This one is very solid. The snap was real good by Schreiber. And it's a tack on. It's 10-0 Philadelphia. Oh, you know, Dick, but St. Louis has only had 3 offensive plays in the third quarter. The Eagles have had the ball the whole time. Of course, the interception really helped.
Let me ask you this. Was it the quarterback's fault?
Sikahema back to return along with Swanson. And, of course, the kicker's McFadden, who just hit that 31-yarder. At the 12-yard line, Sikahema vaulting to the 26-yard line. Next Saturday on CBS Sports, an important battle between North Carolina, that's the Tar Heels, and Clemson as they chase North Carolina State for the Atlantic Coast Conference Championship. Tar Heels and Tigers right here on CBS. Did you watch Penn State any last night at all when we were watching them?
They saw a little of it. They're good. I like that big fullback.
They got a lot of good running backs and tough people. I think Paterno may have himself a bell ringer. 1st and 10. Cliff Stout is the quarterback. So far, he's got 1 interception. Stout out in the flat to Stump Mitchell. Stump hit hard, head-to-head at the 26-yard line by Reggie Singletary.
There's a number 12 round draft choice, Reggie Singletary, making a play. You know, most of the time you don't expect the number 12 pick to make the roster. But when he does, that's a real plus. Very good draft this past year.
Eagle defense has done a pretty good job on Roy Green, huh?
So far, he has 1 pass reception.
He used to be very tough late in the game. I know you guys used to always say, look out for Jetstream Green.
You know, but he's never had a 100-yard game against the Eagles.
Pretty good defense then. 3rd down. Make that 2nd down and 10. Closing seconds of this 3rd period. Stout. He's got a lot of protection this time. Good throw. Green has the catch. And just out over the 35 goes Roy Green, and we would have to bring it up. At the end of 3 quarters, it's Philadelphia 10, St. Louis nothing. Says, Brookie, you and Dick come by and see me after the game. Jim Otis, you remember the running back?
Do I? You think I would drop by and visit with that guy? He whipped our butts here I don't know how many times in a row.
You and Bergie might go by. That's the only way you'd go, right?
Then it'd be a fight with Bergie.
Philadelphia, St. Louis. It has been a very intense rivalry through the 70s and now into the 80s. Stout is in there at quarterback. Lomax went the entire first half. He wasn't bad. He just wasn't good. Stout's got a 3rd down and 1. The ball is just short of the 35-yard line. Stump Mitchell gets the 1st down with a lot of second effort and a twist.
It's amazing.
37.
Excuse me, Tom. It's amazing. You have 224-pound back, 222-pound back, and you give it to the 185-pounder for 31.
But you know,
that shows you how tough he is.
He's one of the safest ones to do that to. I think he takes care of the ball and just gets his 1st down.
And I have great respect for him.
Here's the clock. 12:48 of that 3rd period belonged to the guys in green and St. Louis. Only 2 minutes and 12 seconds. No way.
You know that Stump Mitchell's the only 1,000-yard rusher in '85 to average over 5 yards a carry, and he wasn't the starter.
Toobie Robbins, the big giant right tackle, is in there now, number 63. Cliff Stout back, getting rushed and is sacked back at the 24-yard line. A sudden move by Greg Brown.
Big Greg. Greg knows where that quarterback is. He sacked a quarterback 54.5 times in his career. Coming from the left side of your screen, you'll see Greg Brown, number 98, appear. Stout's back there. He thinks he's got a little confidence now. He's going to throw the ball, and here comes Greg Brown. Boom, down he goes. Good sack for Mr. Brown.
He had a couple of injuries. They had him listed as a probable. You couldn't keep him from playing on Sunday if you tied him in his hotel room.
I'll tell you, I could tell you a few stories on Greg Brown. Some I can't tell in the air.
Oh,
but
boy.
There's a couple of them I could. They're really good.
Good guy. 2nd down. Stout going deep for Roy Green. Roynell Young was was running step for step with Roy Green, and the ball was well thrown.
Was that a beautiful play? Nicely thrown ball, good route, but excellent coverage by Roynell Young.
Stout really cut that loose. That had to be almost 50, 55 yards in the air.
A story on Roynell Young in '82. We're both in the tank, really. You know, we're playing the Giants. I'm coaching poorly, and he's having a bad day. I turn around, I look on the bench, and there's Roynell with his head in his hand. So don't laugh, Tom. This is the truth. His head's in his hand. He says, "Coach, I'm playing so poorly. I'm hurting the team. I can't play any longer." And I said, "Well, I've got to stay here. I mean, I'm coaching poorly, and I got to stay in this game, you know."
So you've got to do, huh? He needs confidence, but boy, he sure has ability. 3rd down and 20. Good play by number 43. Shotgun by Stout. He's being chased. Now he gets away. Another good throw intended for Green again. Interference call. Let's see. Green tried to get over to the ball, and he was cut off by maybe Waters or Cooper. Waters is arguing. I couldn't tell if it was Hogue.
I think they called it on Hogue.
Defensive pass interference, number 34.
Yes, they did, Tom. Terry Hogue.
The ball was underthrown, which probably caused it, huh?
In the upper right-hand corner of your screen, you'll see number 34, Terry Hogue, going step for step, stride for stride with Green, number 81 right there, and evidently made contact. Therefore, pass interference.
Close call. A 44-yard penalty, the biggest gain for St. Louis today. High formation. Stout tosses back to Stump Mitchell. Good block on the outside. Good recovery by the Eagle defense. Reichenbach got him out of bounds.
Very good defensive adjustment made by the Eagles. St. Louis did not line up on the eye. They shifted the eye, and then the Eagles shifted to their 46 defense, and it's really tough to run outside on the 46 defense. Good defensive call. Here comes Reichenbach and Roynell Young to put him out of bounds.
Boy, Farrell is a good blocking fullback.
Oh, yeah, he can put you down
and put him in the seats.
Yes, he can really put you down.
Stallings knows now if the Cardinals can get a touchdown here, they can be back in this game right up to their hips. That's what they want. Mitchell has 29 yards on 10 carries. Tough defense. 2nd down, 8. Touchdown, Roy Green. The ball was batted around. There's some flags down back on the 35-yard line.
I think they called holding, Tom.
Roy Green went up and fought in the end zone with a couple of secondary people. Hogue was one of them. And what looks like a touchdown pass is called back.
Offensive holding, number 67. 2nd down will be repeated.
Louis Sharp.
This is what Gene Stallings was talking about. He says, "Coach, I feel like I'm snake bit. Every time we do something good, it goes bad because of a penalty or something like that." And I know so well that feeling. Take a look at the end of this play. What great catch. Right in the middle of your screen, Roynell Young, 43. Here comes Hogue, 34. 81, Roy Green going up for the ball. He bats it there. Touchdown.
Called back. 2nd down and 18. The Eagles get the break. The blitz is on. Stout is hit as he was throwing it as Cobb came on very quickly from the left outside spot.
Cobb already has 6 sacks coming into the season. He's coming from the right side of your screen. Owen picks him up. He's coming in free. Here he comes. No way that quarterback should be able to get the ball off with a linebacker coming like that.
Remember the sack day he had against the Atlanta Falcons?
I think he had a big day.
He was named the Defensive Player of the Week that time for the NFL.
Yeah. Gary works in the offseason with Rouse Associates, a real estate company there in Philadelphia.
He had 4 sacks against Atlanta that day. It's 3rd down and 18. And the touchdown pass called back. Flags are down. You'll see he lost the clock. Too much time. Little extra action on the line of scrimmage.
Little Greg Brown getting into it.
The clock was used up.
Delay on the offense.
The clock had run down. They didn't get the snap off in time. And as we've said before, on the line of scrimmage, if you didn't have a huddle to go back to, there'd be a fight on every play. You know,
there'd have to be.
That's intense stuff down there. I mean, they're not fooling around on the line of scrimmage. It's tea time. 3rd down and 23, facing Cliff Stout. Four-man rush, and Stout is still tackled for a loss back at the 47 by Reggie White. The 5th sack for the Eagles, and it was with a 4-man rush.
Reggie White will be coming to the right side of the middle there. You'll see him, number 92. He'll appear late. Looks like he has time. There he comes around the top, gets him down. Now, contrary to some of the flashy defensive linemen in the league who want to get up and do a dance and all that, Reggie got up, just ran over to the sideline. He said, I did my job, coach.
And you know, he can lay out parallel with the ground for a man 285 and still be moving.
Moving forward, yeah.
3.5 sacks for Reggie White today alone. Caters back to punt. This is sort of a knuckleball. Fair caught at the 11-yard line by Cooper. Wow, the touchdown called back, and the defense went to work. Up and down, talking to himself loudly about the holding call on Louis Sharp on the touchdown. You could almost call holding on that line of scrimmage in every pass play, couldn't you, Dick?
Well, they allow you to use your hands now
Right.
to extend them and stop the rusher, but it's when you grab, and a lot of people grab a lot, and you get it called at the wrong time. Hey, it's going to cost you, which it just did.
1st and 10, facing the Eagles. Inside handoff. Tony's in there, out of Texas A&M.
New Orleans getting after San Francisco, Tom.
10-0. Eagles got a first quarter touchdown burst by Crawford, a field goal, a 31-yarder by McFadden, and then the Cardinals had their touchdown wiped out. It's 2nd down and 7, a gain of 3 by Tony on that first carry. Kenny Jackson and Mike Quick to the bottom of the screen. The toss to the weak side. Crawford bucks in there, maybe gets to the 15-yard line and has the helmet jammed right down around his neck.
You know, Crawford probably would not be in Philadelphia had he not been injured as a senior in college. Therefore, he lost that year and didn't get drafted, Tom. You know, so he ends up being a sleeper type guy.
He's averaging about 4 yards a rush. The one thing about Ryan, he uses so many young backs that nobody gets to have a big day. You know, they're all sort of learning as they go. 3rd down and 6. Jaworski in the Eagle shotgun. Jaworski takes the high step, gets it to Quick. Enough for a first down, I believe, out to the 24-yard line. Leonard Smith making the tackle, but
it appears to me today Jaworski has been more effective on 3rd down conversion than Cunningham was, with the exception of the one running play. Remember when he scrambled for the first down? Cunningham
is the quarterback of the future. Jaworski is the quarterback of the present.
I saw a picture of his up-and-coming quarterback, his young son Billy, the other day. He's left-handed. Can you imagine Jaworski having a left-handed son?
1st and 10. The screen pass the outside. Michael Quick is hemmed in back at the 16-yard line. Cardinals showed up very early. Charlie Baker finished him off, and Lionel Washington forced that play to lose yardage.
Lionel Washington, I think, has played a pretty good football game today, Tom. You've called his name a number of times. He's been in a lot of tackles, and so far, Mike Quick hasn't made the big play.
Lionel's on the ground. Washington holding his arm, looked like he got the forearm hit. We'll return to Busch Stadium in St. Louis after this word from your local station. Left in the fourth period. The Eagles have won 3 of their last 5 games. And they're trying to get a shutout here in their 4th win of the year. They lead 10-0. Jaworski has 2nd down and 16 facing him. Toddle-Latossi and Tony in the backfield. Uh-oh. Looked like Jaworski moved a hand and Toddle-Latossi moved a leg.
The Eagles are struggling a little bit offensively, Tom. You know, they're down about 23 yards a game offensive production.
Number 74 on the offense. 2nd down still.
Over last season at the same time, but they're running the ball about 10 yards a game, a little better than they were last year at the same time, but they're down, I think it's 2 points a game, and they've got to get that offense revved up to the second half. If they do, they'll be playing like a playoff team because their defense right now is performing like one.
2nd down and 21. A long way to go, deep in your own territory, and a 10-point lead is not to be fooled around with. Jaworski, good throw, in and out of the hands of Anthony Tony there.
Anthony Tony only has 1 reception coming into this ball game. Maybe just hasn't had the ball in his hands often enough. You know, he sprained an ankle in training camp and went in on injured reserve on September 2nd, reactivated on October 1st. They kind of believe he's going to be a good football player.
Jaworski goes out talking to Buddy Ryan and Kavanaugh, the other quarterback over there, and you know who's in? Randall Cunningham.
He was sacked last time in a scramble situation.
3rd down and 21, and a quick kick out of this. They did it earlier in the year, and the Giants blocked it. This time it just gets into St. Louis territory to about the 48-yard line. Sort of like playing cribbage. It's 10-0 Philadelphia.
Today you can see
Explain
at the
this to
top
me,
column they've had 11 plays that have gained 5 yards, 7 plays in the 6 to 10 yard category, only given up 2 plays of better than 11 yards from the line of scrimmage today. Outstanding defense, inept offense.
St. Louis has a total of 75 yards. That's total offense.
I can remember they'd put 500 yards on you in no time at all.
We got more than that in an inter-squad scrimmage, I think. 1st and 10. The waggle pass out to Farrell. Farrell has it, gets away from Reichenbach momentarily to the 43-yard line. As we've said before, this fullback is a good pass receiver.
He can do it all. He just needs more opportunities to do it and more help getting it done. Mike Reichenbach did not go with that play action fake. Good discipline on his part of staying with his coverage and staying with him, and don't, you know, take all the fakes. He just followed where he was supposed to go. Look at that guy. Trained killer.
2nd down and 2. Stout now is 3 of 6 for 17 yards. Inside, Farrell breaks away and back against the grain. Earl Farrell inside the Eagle 30. Good run. Hope finally making the tackle.
Earl Farrell is in front of the tailback, number 30. Earl Farrell, 31. He starts to his right now. He's going to cut back behind the grain. There he goes. Gets a block right there. 67, Louis Sharp. He's back up inside. 98, Greg Brown chasing him. Terry Hogue, number 34, puts him down with some help from others in green and white.
A 14-yard gain by the fullback, running a little bit of a cutback out of that eye, and you can do that against the 46 once in a while, can't you?
Back to the weak side,
yep.
You can, Tom.
Stallings was explaining that if they would like to try to do that, they're just starting late. 1st down and 10. Now handing off to Stump Mitchell. Hit from behind. And now for an NFL report, let's go to Brent Musburger.
Well, Brookie, the Giants open up daylight following a bad punt. It was Joe Morris in for his 2nd touchdown, and now he's rushed for 169 yards against the flex. Let's go back to Brookie and Dick Vermeil.
And the Giant defense takes no prisoners. Boy,
no,
they playing tough, huh?
People have been running the ball pretty good against the Cowboys this year, just not scoring as many points.
True. 2nd down 7. Stout seems to have built some kind of a little fire. Quick draw by Farrell. The flags are down. Farrell gets to the 20, but the flag is down. It looks like it'll be holding on Reggie White. Somebody had to tackle White, and we do have a slight disagreement. In fact, it's a pretty good-sized disagreement.
Who's the penalty on there? I think they called offensive holding, Tom.
The best way to stop a fight in pro football is to let them fight for a little while, then they'll stop.
Sometimes. Sometimes. You can get so mad. Here's Mr. Waters. He's a little upset. Look at him.
He's always upset. This is his 3 hours to be upset.
That's the guy that Coach Buddy Ryan says he's the only hired killer I've got is this guy. Coach Ryan really loves him, though he still calls him by his jersey number.
Holding on the offense. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense. The down will be replayed. Second down.
Bob Frederick makes a good call to try to cool. The cooler heads will prevail, as they say, and Waters cannot believe that he was taken advantage of.
Well, I don't recommend he goes over close to Coach Ryan of that statement he made last week. I'm going to knock his teeth out.
Right. Ryan might not let him on the plane. Offsetting penalty, 2nd down and 7. Stout seems to be prepared and ready to play for St. Louis. Here's the naked bootleg. Stout inside the 10-yard line. Tackled by Hogue and Waters. A naked bootleg by the quarterback. Good call.
I'll tell you something, Tom. I don't think that was a huddle call. I think he kept that on his own. He audibled to this play. I heard him all in the 48. Now watch the fake. Both running backs go, and I look at Stump Mitchell to the left side. He looked back. He thought he was supposed to get the ball. Old Stout keeps it. He says, hey, I want to win this game for you guys. He's battling for a job.
A 17-yard scamper by the quarterback for St. Louis. Cardinals are back in it. When sort of prompted this week about replacing Lomax, he would not have any part of it. He's a loyal guy, and he said, look, I'm there if the coach wants me, and he's producing. The toss on 1st and goal. Mitchell hit and bent over backwards at the 8-yard line. Reggie White in on the tackle. He's been in on at least 10.
So far, what Stout has really done, though, is handled the ball off nicely on some running plays and then ran for a running play himself. Good competitor. Now we got to find out if he can get in the end zone because he's going to have to throw it to score on these guys.
On the naked reverse he ran, do you think Stallings, the coach, knew that he was going to do that, or do you think he just did it?
The running back didn't know it either because they looked back for the ball.
2nd and goal from the 9-yard line. The blitz is on. Hogue was coming from the safety. Flags are down. Did somebody move? On which side of the line did somebody move? There's time on the clock still.
Stout saw the blitz coming. Let's see what it is here.
False start. Number 71 on the offense.
Joe Bostic, number 71, the fine offensive right guard. Brother Jeff Bostic plays for the Washington Redskins, their center.
He saw Hogue coming, didn't he? And just probably twitched. A tough time, though, to get a penalty like that.
No, you see that safety come running up there trying to hit the crack between you and the guard. You tend to move.
Sure. 2nd and goal from now the 14-yard line. Stout with a lot of time. Touchdown. Stallings breathes as Roy Green makes a real good catch, a leaping catch behind Buddy Ryan's secondary, and there was no pressure on Stout, and he threw a strike. Stout's first touchdown pass. Just look at young John Lee for the extra point. Austin is There's the holder. We got a new game.
Here you'll see Roy Green at the top of your screen, number 81, working on Evan Cooper. He runs the delay inside. See, they have an IO coverage, number 34, Terry Hogan to cover him. He just sneaks in behind him. The big thing he had was time to throw the ball.
Eagles by 3.
Catching his 40th touchdown pass of his career. Tom, that's outstanding. He has a great touchdown reception ratio. One every 7th catch in his career is a touchdown.
Lee is approaching now, kicking off. Crawford bounces over Byers' head. He'll touch it down. Ball will be out to the 20-yard line on the touchback where the Eagles will have the ball. But here's how that touchdown happened.
Offensive line, good protection. Maybe the first time all day the offensive line has given the quarterback time to throw the ball. Tootie Robbins, 63, Doug Marsh, number 80, Joe Bostic, 71, Randy Clark. They're all doing a good job. Stump Mitchell picks up in there, has plenty of time to throw the football, sidearms and lofts the ball up for a touchdown.
Roy Green with 3 catches, and of course the 2nd touchdown of the year for him. The offense for the Eagles has to get going. Out to the 24-yard line goes Byers, and the crowd now is yelling for defense. 4 minutes and 45 seconds. A lot of time, and only a field goal separates these two.
This is a period of time in the ball game when you wish your offense was a little more efficient than the Eagles' offense has been all year, and specifically in this ball game, because they really haven't done much with the ball either.
That's true. Byers has 32 yards after that last carry on 7 carries and brings up 2nd down and 6. Powers hit for a loss back at the 14 by Galloway.
Direct your attention to the middle of the screen, number 65, right on the center's nose. You can barely see him. There it is. The running back's going to try to block him right there. He missed the block. He got all the way into the backfield. Number 65, David Galloway, doesn't sack the quarterback, but he sacks the running back for minus yardage.
It'll bring up a 3rd down and 11. Galloway had a good game against Dallas a week ago. That was a big tackle indeed. Cunningham is the quarterback. He wants to run. A flag is down. Cunningham is still on his feet to the 27-yard line. The flag is down. The flag is down back at the 11-yard line.
He's in the grasp, I think. They had him in the grasp.
They're going to call it a sack then. But you never have Cunningham in the grasp unless you got him on the ground.
Only by rule book. Only by rule book. You know, all you have to do is have a good handful and you've got him.
Holding on the Eagles. And this will bring up a Telchik punt almost from the end zone.
Number 74, the penalty will be declined, and it will be 4th down.
Leonard Mitchell detected for a holding. Bring up 4th and a lot.
An awful lot.
4th now and about 18. Telchik will be punting from the goal line. Sikahema will give the Cardinals good field position.
Tom, now you find out what kind of a punter you have on your roster. Tight situation, end of the football game. Owner's in the press box, wringing out his hanky, sweating like mad, and your punter is in the end zone kicking. What do? You test his concentration right here. A great kick. Fair caught at the 41-yard line by Sikahema. That was a punt. 4.62 hang time. Let's go to New York and an update with Brent Musburger. Brent?
Well, Brookie, we've got a lot of time left in the Meadowlands, and now we got a good one brewing. Tony Dorsett, who stepped past the blitzing linebacker, went 23 yards for the touchdown. Cowboys trailed the Giants by 3 points, over 10 minutes to go. Back to Brookie.
Okay, Brent, everybody's got three-pointers. This game has turned into a nail-biter, but Buddy Ryan looks as calm as I've ever seen him.
I think he churns inside, doesn't show it outside. He growls a little bit, you know, on the practice field like we watched him do the other day. He gets after him.
He scared me. 1st and 10 from the 41. Flips out. With time again. Smith has it at the 49. A good reception. Steps out of bounds. And Cooper was right there, but couldn't keep him from making the catch.
Stout's gaining a little confidence. Look at, he's getting excited. Look at that look in his eye. He's getting happy. Hey, I'm out here. I'm playing. I'm in the NFL again. I'm not in that old USFL. I'm making a living with the big guys.
He had a tough time in Pittsburgh before he left. 2nd down and 2. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. Inside handoff. Farrell, 1st down. 1st down rush by Farrell to almost the Eagle 45. Remember now, young Lee, the field goal kicker, the rookie for the Cardinals, has had an awful time getting himself into tempo in the NFL.
I know it, and he's only 1 for 4 outside a 40-yard line, too, so they've got to get it down there.
There's young Lee from Seoul, Korea. Stout, 2-step drop, complete to Roy Green. Did he fumble?
Yeah,
let's see. They're going to call
it down.
The official claims that he was down before the ball came up. Waters just threw the ball over here to some policeman on the sidelines.
Roy Green, number 81. Focus your attention to the right side of the screen here. Here he is, a little hitch pass. Roynell Young driving on it. Give him plenty of room right now. Waters comes up, pulls him down. Actually, you know, he was fumbling that ball before he hit the turf. That actually is a fumble.
Green's 4th catch, and the Cardinals still have possession. Things have gone wrong for Stallings in this 1st year, but he just got a break on that fumble. The Cardinals still have 3 timeouts left, 2 minutes and 3 points to get a tie. Official now steps in on 2nd down and 3. Stout is wondering why the Zebras did this.
Now they're talking to somebody up in the...
They're talking about that last play before they move ahead. A good play by Bob Frederick to make sure that was that a fumble or was that not a fumble.
Reset the 30-second clock.
Oh, no. Okay.
Reset the 30-second clock.
That's all. That's all.
Bob Frederick handling the situation. They reset it.
Here's the fumble play that we were just talking about. Tom Brookshire referred to, that they got a little break. See, that ball is out of control before he ever got to the turf. It was a fumble.
But his knee might have been down. The left knee was pretty close, Dick.
Yeah.
You know,
But the turf has to cause the fumble. Hey, I don't know. I'm only...
Well, if your knee's down, you're down, aren't you?
Yes.
2nd down and 3. Inside handoff. Stump Mitchell. He's got the... Stump Mitchell. Waters forces Mitchell out at the 13-yard line. Mitchell is down, but he's not out.
You're going to see a nice cutback play here by number 30, the middle of your screen. Focus your attention on him. He starts to his right, gets good blocking. It's a design cutback. He wrote right back. Look at his ability to break back up inside. He gets a nice block there from Gene Hilton, number 58. Now Andre Waters, number 40, chasing him to the sideline. So here's where he steps out of bounds. Oop. Boop, right there, I guess.
27-yarder by Stump Mitchell.
You know who had knocked him out of bounds at the goalpost?
Reggie White.
Reggie White, number 92.
Stallings has the team going. The Eagles now fighting for their lives. 1st and 10 from the 12. Farrell inside the 10.
Tom, the Cardinals have got their motors pumped. They got them running. They've got the superchargers on. They're a little more fired up than they've been at any other time. Their tempo, their enthusiasm is much different than it's been for 3/4 of this football game, and it makes a difference.
The Eagles spent too much time thinking about a shutout and didn't do anything offensively for a long time. 2nd down and 5. The Cardinals trail by 3, 10-7. Mitchell still on his feet. Now Mitchell is hit at the 9-yard line. He was hit. He bounced out of it. And you can see the clock is under a minute now. The Cardinals still have 3 timeouts.
It's obvious here, Tom, that they are not going for the touchdown. They're going for really a field goal. They're not really, you know, excuse me, let me hear. What do we got?
Let's see who burned this timeout. See what Stallings is thinking about. I think the Cardinals called it. I don't believe he's thinking about a tie game, is it?
Well, no, but I think he's thinking more of making sure I don't foul up by throwing the interception. I'm going to run the ball. Here they run it on 1st down. They run it on 2nd down. Now they're in an obvious 3rd down situation. If you're thinking touchdown, you usually go after the touchdown with a 1st down pass and then go ahead and run 3 downs. Just a little different thinking.
The Eagles scored early in the 1st period with a 1-yard run. They got a 31-yard field goal and led 10-0 and looked like it was going to be a great flight back to Philadelphia for the Eagles. And then suddenly, Roy Green decided to turn it on, caught a touchdown pass they called back, and then he caught a touchdown pass that counted from this man, Cliff Stout.
And Stout's bootleg, where he kept the ball, faked it, and ran out there probably on his own, sort of rejuvenated him.
Imagination.
Guts.
The people here have been calling for something to happen, and by golly, the hometown crowd's got it. Lee, the young rookie from UCLA, has to be thinking about his next kick. 3rd down and 7. 57 seconds left. Snap back to pass. Smith has it, and did he get the touchdown? They're going to call it on the 1-foot line. As Smith makes a great catch. Cooper made the tackle. Stout's calling for a timeout.
They haven't called a timeout. They tried. The clock is still running. They ran off 4 seconds.
Smith made the catch. Stout got the timeout. The Cardinals can win this one at the buzzer.
Here's Smith in the center of your screen, number 84, coming off. Little tight coverage right there on Roynell Young, 43. He breaks to the out. The ball's thrown right where it had to be thrown, high into the outside. Roynell makes the tackle right there. Almost gets out of the tackle. Boy, that's close to being a touchdown. That's close to being a touchdown. He hit the post.
All you've got to do is hit that pylon, and that's supposed to be good for a touch. That was a very close call. And, of course, all Stallings wants to do is take the ball and shove it into the end zone.
Right, how many timeouts left now do we have? St. Louis has 1. You go ahead and run the ball right here for one of them. Go ahead and pound it in there.
Stallings is saying, now don't do any naked reverses to Stout. Just get the touchdown.
Yeah.
Remember, they almost came back and beat the Redskins. They held the Giants to a 13-6 game. But last week, they were awful, and they admitted it. This would be a big win. 1 timeout left for St. Louis.
I tell you, the Eagles' defensive line is a very physical group. The linebackers are very physical. It could be tough for them here. It could be very tough for the Cardinals.
For them, the 4th rushing touchdown this year for the guy they call Stump.
Boy, I don't believe that the family doesn't live and die just as much as that coach does. When you walk off the field as a head coach, having won, your whole family lives for another week.
Lee's extra point blocked. Don't you wonder if that was a field goal to tie, what you'd be thinking right now.
It was a bad snap, too, Tom. It was a low snap on the turf.
The flags are down. Lee's extra point attempt was blocked. Keep in mind, it also makes a field goal possibility by the Eagles.
Offensive holding, number 67.
That if they get within 40 yards away, the Eagle kicker, McFadden, would have a chance to tie. We may get overtime yet.
Penalty is refused.
Taking a look at that touchdown, you'll see the quarterback to the left side of your screen, man in motion, Wolfley, number 24, handoff. He slants to his left. He gets it in there, clearly in the end zone. Good execution. Here's the extra point, so you can see the ball on the turf. It was a bad, low snap. It took way too long to get it down. Therefore, the man was able to come around the corner and block the football.
That's the third extra point that Lee has failed on this year. But I don't know if there's anybody I would trust more with a 1-yard burst than Stump Mitchell for a touchdown.
The Stumper. That's his 4th rushing touchdown on the year, 24th in the career.
Now,
he is a giver.
36 seconds and 3 timeouts for the Eagles. The kickoff return men are Byers and Crawford. Obviously, they will come up and then get it out of bounds so that they will have the clock stopped for Buddy Ryan to get back the offense.
You know, and the Eagles now have 3 big play wide receivers in Mike Quick, Kenny Jackson, and Bobby Duckworth, who was just recently acquired. All 3 of those guys can make the big play.
Buddy Ryan is calling for holding.
Oh, he's saying there was a holding penalty on the extra point, so there should be applied here.
On the ensuing kickoff?
Yeah.
Buddy Ryan is officiating.
What's he saying? Let's see what's he got.
He wants an explanation.
No, they didn't accept it. Yeah. That's Dr. Stefano standing right behind him in case he needs a heart transfusion right there.
Philadelphia has those 3 timeouts. Keep that in mind. From the 35, Lee will kick it off.
Okay, this Byers in college has broken a couple of these, the distance.
It's a fairly short kick. Byers, no, Crawford at the 7-yard line. Crawford stopped. And the timeout is called as the officials stop it with 33 seconds left.
You know who made that tackle? A little 5'9.5" wide receiver, 82, Donnie Holmes, put him down, and really put him down.
I remember when Crawford fumbled against the Bears. Remember when he came out with the kickoff?
You think of all those bad things that happened.
I just don't think there's any reason to have a jump ball over who's going to run the kickoff out.
That's right.
Jaworski's in the shotgun. Tossies at the 30. Noga made the tackle.
We watched them go through their 2-minute drill on the practice field on Friday, Tom, and they did a real good job with it.
The Eagles called timeout. Let's all breathe. A touchdown run by Stump Mitchell, a missed extra point, has given Buddy Ryan's Eagles a chance to tie with a field goal. They have 2 timeouts remaining, but a lot of yardage to go. They're on the 31-yard line, their own, and Stallings right now is sort of in the driver's seat with the engine just about half turned on.
McFadden has pretty good range. He's 0 for 2 outside of 50, but he has 5 field goals, 50 yards or better in his career in the National Football League. I think his longest being about 54 yards.
Second down and 2. Has it. He's still on his feet. Michael Haddix to the 43-yard line. A first down and another timeout being called by Bob Frederick.
Boy,
what a throw by Jaworski.
You talk about maintaining poise under pressure and not panic and swallowing out. He did a heck of a job on that.
Why didn't they call him for being in the grass bug?
I guess because he's already started his throw. he started to throw.
One timeout left for Philadelphia. 16 seconds, a first down. Dick, how many plays do we have left?
I think he can run 2 plays. Depends on how far downfield. See, if you get a good play, ball thrown short, and he runs with it at all, see, there goes your clock. So he's got to get the ball downfield. And fortunately, you've got a Mike Quick and a Kenny Jackson to throw the ball to downfield. Working in, see, they're playing zone, prevent type thing. Now they'll tighten up their coverage a little bit here, Tom. I doubt they'll go pure zone. They may go man underneath in zone deep.
Are you better off then to go a little deeper than you might think?
Yeah, you've got to. You can't go short and try to run. At least I don't think you can go short and try to run the distance.
Is Buddy Ryan involved with this offensive situation, or is somebody else handling this?
Doug Scoville right there, who just passed as the quarterback coach, and he is talking to Ted Plum up in the press box, who runs the offense.
But Buddy Ryan is the one responsible and accountable. The head coach can't avoid that, huh?
That's right.
Wow. Hey, we got 16 seconds, one timeout. Jaworski's in that Eagle shotgun on the Eagle 42. Michael Quick gets out of bounds with it and stops the clock. You couldn't give the ball to a better person at that time. With 9 seconds left, Quick got it out.
Right now you're at a 52-yard field goal. Right now you're at 52. You have to get the ball in the hands of Mike Quick. Great job by Mike Quick in the zone defense. Great throw by Jaworski.
He's limping a little bit.
Jaworski in the shotgun. Nice snap. Good protection. 3-man rushing right there in the middle of your screen. David Gallagher almost gets to him. Now it goes here to the left side of your screen, down to the corner, thrown right in the zone, right in front and behind 2 people.
What a play to get out of bounds.
Now what they got to do is get about a 10-yarder.
9 seconds left. McFadden has got to be ready.
Remember, he's already missed one, Tom.
Safety Jaworski. Garrity's going to score. Oh, no, he's short. The time is up. Garrity's short of the goal line by a foot. The Cardinals win.
See what happened? See what happened, Tom, is he caught the ball short and did such a great job of breaking tackles, running the length of the field. He ran out of clock time. They couldn't get the clock stopped.
Cedric Mack made the tackle, sends Buddy Ryan's team home with a loss. And yes, it's disappointing. There's Byers, the #1 draft.
Here's a little slant pass taken by Michael Garrity, 86. It was a safety blitz adjustment. Bad tackle right there by Lionel Washington. Greg Garrity gets going with the football now. See, that's eating up clock time. He'd have been better off being tackled right there and getting the clock stopped than going ahead and fighting his way into the end zone, Tom. Therefore, they lose the football game.
Some tackle. A 34-yard pass stopped on the 2-yard line, and the game was over. Stallings' team wins for the 2nd time. The reliever wins. The second half belonged to Cliff Stout and the St. Louis Cardinals. For Dick Vermeil, this is Tom Brookshire at Busch Stadium in St. Louis. The final score, St. Louis 13, Philadelphia 10. Coming up next, the NFL Today postgame show right after this message.